Alright, here we go. Going to get a trail camera. And this is kind of exactly what I figured it would be like after about 3 inches of rain yesterday. So we take our time. We got our snake chaps on. We got boots underneath it. This particular management area is a traditionally low spot anyway. So we just got to kind of be careful. I don't curse the rain because we need it, but sometimes this place is about knee deep in water. We're gonna go get a trail camera that I put out 3 weeks ago. Now, I put this particular camera out last year, right at the end of the general gun season, and I got a ton of deer, just no bucks. But there were some old scrapes from over in here and some of these oak trees. I'm hoping, I hadn't really checked yet, I haven't my binoculars with me, but hoping that they drop some acorns. What I've got is one of two potential climber spots. I could either put a climber here, because I've actually got a pretty clear windrow here down the pines, and most of the deer that I got pictures of we're kind of on the far end of the opening. Now the other place I was thinking about maybe putting a climber for just a little bit better angle is on that tree right there. I think I got cover on both of them. Just kind of see if there's any pictures on the trail cam. And it's hot and it's muggy. It's about 88 degrees. There's a little hammock in there. And I think a lot of the deer were coming and going. And hopefully my camera's still there. And yes, it took me a minute. The camera is still here, and it's probably taking a picture of me approaching right now. And I said last time, the majority of the deer were kind of funneling right through here, going back into the palmettos and then into that little hammock right there. And that tree right there is a really good angle, but also once they get out kind of in the opening, that one down there looks like a pretty good. I can get high, get the wind right. I think north is pretty much up in that way. So all right, that's always a plus when one of two cameras is still on the tree. Camera extraction is complete. Got it right there. Mosquitoes are being mosquitoes. I would really see, that's where they're coming through. There's the trail right there, and it cuts straight across. Like I said, part of it goes into the really thick palmettos, and then a couple of the other ones are moving through that hammock right in there. I went and looked inside the hammock, and like I said, there's a bunch of trees. Some of them are going to drop acorns. The one thing I'm kind of figuring out about this particular management area is that most all the acorn trees drop. So finding a really hot feed tree has been very difficult for me. So what I've started doing is trying to find funnels between really thick areas. And like I said, this area is completely thick on all sides, except I just managed to root a place in through the palmettos to get in here. And like I said, last year I put it out for 3 weeks, the last 2 weeks of gun season and then the first week of the close season when it was nice and cool out here, and got a bunch of deer on camera, but no horns. But back up in that scrub in there in that little hammock, I found a bunch of old scrapes and one little spindly rub. It wasn't of really any consequence, and I'm sure the hogs are moving through here too, because this management area is loaded with hogs. But hopefully we'll get something on camera that shows that there's deer moving through here consistently. Yeah, see, I like that. That tree right there is going to give me some really good background cover. I can sit right in front of the palm frond and cover everything, black powder and rifle. I don't bow hunt anymore just because I'm getting too old to deal with the heat. But they do real well in here during bow season. And then I've always got the option of sitting in that tree right there. I got really good coverage in the front, and I can just kind of peek through the branches and extend the shot if I need to. If they're, like I said, if they're moving in through here or coming in real close over there, I've always got that option. But to me, for right now, funnels seem to be the way to go. We're going to go get another trail camera. Looks like it's getting cloudy. A lot of rain in the Gulf. It rained real hard in here yesterday. But I think we're at that time of the year where the trees are just sucking up the moisture, which is a great thing. So, all right, we're going to make our way back out to the road and my truck and go to camera location number 2. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. We're going to get trail cam number 2. This area here is kind of low and thick and down in the bottom, and the hurricanes kind of altered the landscape pretty good as far as blowing trees down. You can see down here the mosquitoes are unreal right now. And this spot actually takes a little getting to. Oh man. Okay. Gotta figure out a better way to come in here First we got to make sure the camera's still there. And I think it is. Yes. All right. Now this particular spot right here, I was just kind of wandering around, and there's a real good, I want to say another kind of funnel right there between this thick and that thick, kind of a low spot. And what tipped me off to that was that there were some real good rubs in there. I mean, good big ones. And then I put the camera out here again. The last week of gun season, I got 2 different bucks. One is a monster, and he wasn't coming out until right at 10 o'clock at night. The other one went from here and crossed to here at 9:30 in the morning by himself. And both, one was a good one, a big 8-point. This one was hard to tell. I could tell big main beams, but he was definitely a shooter for a management area. The only other thing I got to concern myself with is I got to find a tree where I can get a climber. I got to bring one of my climbers in here and just kind of figure out. I'm almost thinking that one is going to be the best one right there. If I can't get a climber up, then I'm going to have to put up a lock on, which I just despise anymore just because it's so freaking difficult. But that tree right there, I can get all the way down into here, and a lot of the deer were coming out right there and crossing in front of the camera. So, you know, all the rubs were out up in here, and then that big one came out here, walked over here, and then circled back, and I got 3 different pictures of it. So let's go ahead and get this taken down. All right, camera extraction number 2 has been completed. Like I said, I found this area just kind of wandering around. You try to find thick spots on public land where you think other people might not go, but you never know, because there's some really good hunters in here that I've met. But the other side of the equation is just getting in here, getting set up, and hoping nobody else finds it. And that to me is part of the fun, actually. That's another good trail. That's what a bunch of the deer were coming on that trail and going that way. See, there's one of the rubs right there. That was fresh last year. It was a good one. And then there's a couple more up in there. And like I said, that one buck that crossed from the right to the left, right on in front of that tree right there, which for that tree right there, I believe I can do some trimming, but I can get that all cleared up and make the shot. So we'll see. So we are now going to make the long journey back to the truck, and then go back to the hacienda, open up these cards, and see if there's anything worth bragging about. Stay tuned.